Hello everybody, and welcome to week number 20 of Church with Jess. That's me. I'm remembering when it was week number 10, and that was like, whoa, it's been 10 weeks and now it's been 20. That's so crazy. I'm so happy to be able to do these videos for all of you. And I do really hope that they're allowing you to gain some clarity and guidance and understanding on just what's going on in the world and what you need to do within yourself to help to create a world that everyone will benefit from, and it all starts from within. So this is a special week. It's episode 20, and I'm thinking so much about the earth and our planet, and I think there's so many distractions going on in the world that are taking our focus away from the things that really matter and the things that are really important and that make this world go round. So I'm thinking about that and just reconnecting with nature, and my question for the divine has to do with that. And so I thought, what better place to come to talk about nature than to the beautiful Griffith Park, which I fortunately live down the street from. And it just feels so good to be in nature. I have this amazing view. You can see the mountains back there. I'm surrounded by trees, which I love. And we are back to the Peace Oracle. I had to it's quite windy, so it tends to get really windy up here, so I've had to kind of put a weight down on the cards. I came out here to do yoga, and I didn't really think this through, I'm on kind of like a slant, on a slope, I guess, so it was very difficult. Sorry for all I am in a public space, and so you're probably going to hear background noises. There's some beeping going on right now, and lots of people around, because for some reason, even though there's like a huge open space with plenty of empty spaces to go, people tend to gravitate towards other people. Fear of being alone, I guess. I don't know how else to explain that. Anyways, so yeah, I just thought it would be fitting to do a reading in nature, and you can just see and enjoy the beauty that's just all around us. It's all around you. And it's so important, and this is our world, this is our planet, we all live here, we all breathe the same air, and we have to take care of her, because she provides everything that you need. Mother Nature provides. And if we don't take care of her, how much longer will she provide for us? I guess that could be the question, that right there. But it's a bit bright, so I apologize if I squint. I was going to wear my sunglasses, but I don't like not being able to see people's eyes, and I think it's important for you to be able to see my eyes. I don't want there to be glass between us, even though there is glass between us. That was the I Heart Huckabees reference, of course. I mean, gotta get it in, everyone. At this point, it's like a thing now. Anyways, so my actual question, though, it's so beautiful here. I'm just like taking it all in, and this breeze, even though it's blowing my hair everywhere and my cards everywhere, it's quite lovely. It's been so hot here in the valley, so it's nice to enjoy a day just in the cool breeze. So as I'm meditating and I'm just looking around, you know, I'm here at this beautiful park. It's been here, this is like my whole life. This park has been a part of me, and you know, I'm sitting in the grass. It's beautiful, there's trees all around, and I look a little closer in the grass and I just see trash everywhere, all littered in this beautiful park, in the beautiful green spaces. I'm seeing plastic spoons, there's chip wrappers, I see cigarette packs, straws, all these things that will probably never biodegrade or be a long time past any of our lifetimes before they actually biodegrade. And I've wondered, like, who threw those there, and what. One of my cards just blew away, so I'm gonna go get it. But I wonder, like, who threw this trash here? Who did that and thought like that was okay, and you know, whatever. Like, I think when people do that, like, I don't think they even consciously think about what they're doing. And you know, I wonder, you know, I ask this later on in my question, but I'll just say it now, is I wonder if that is learned behavior, or if that is never being taught right from wrong, or if it's a little of both. You know, did somebody teach somebody, like, oh, just, you know, there's no trash can around, just throw it on the ground, no big deal. Where does that way of thinking come from? Why do people think, like, oh, nothing, whatever, like, you know, it's like a giant wastebasket. And the sad thing is, I even see trash on the ground when there's a trash can right there. Is it laziness? Lack of caring, lack of understanding? I think that we tend to, I think so many people are just so mindless and don't understand that we are so small, you know, and that there are so many billions of species on this planet that make it go around and make it what it is. And when we go around acting like we're the only ones here and we can just do whatever it is that we want, you know, we're destroying it for every other living thing here. And you see our human waste and garbage that's going into the oceans and the streams and the lakes and rivers and destroying wildlife. You know, and not only destroying wildlife and killing animals and destroying plants and things like that, it's destroying our scenery too, you know. It's like one day we're gonna look out and there's just gonna be nothing but garbage everywhere. You know, we have these landfills where we have to put all of our waste because it takes up space. It takes up so much space, and people need to start understanding this. This is not a new concept. I mean, I've learned about this since I was a kid, so, you know, and that was quite a long time ago. So it's not a new concept to understand, you know. There's these things that we have to have separate land for, because if we don't, it's just going to pile up and it's going to take over our space. So basically, things that take so many years to decompose or that never do, which is so crazy to think about. There's just these like mountains of waste, and how long will it be before there's more waste and garbage than there is anything else in this world? So my question to the divine source as I was meditating and going through this thought process was, humans have been leaving trash and destruction everywhere they go for so long now. And with the creation of synthetic products, the problem has become so much worse. Our parks, beaches, forests, mountains, and neighborhoods have all fallen victim to this human epidemic. Will it ever end, and what will it take to stop it? You know, all these, there's so many synthetic products that are terrible for the environment, and we use them without thought because it's convenient or it's easy or whatever, you know. But that convenience and easiness, it comes at a price, you know. There's a price for everything. So, you know, what I think is that if we stop using these products, and we start going to, there's so many earth-friendly products on the market. If we go to using those, you're going to force these companies that create these horrible products, you're going to force them to go earth-friendly, which will benefit everybody, you know. So, you know, we have the power to create change, and the change that we want to see. We have to be the change that we want to see. You can't have this mentality like, oh, well, what am I gonna do? I'm just one person. It doesn't matter if I make this change, like, it's not gonna have any effect on the environment or the world. And you have to understand how many people think like that. And if all those people that think like that made that change, what a huge impact that would actually be. So never think that you aren't enough or that you're not powerful enough. Every little thing that we do has an effect on something else. So, you know, don't forget that. You know, next time you think about throwing something on the ground, or perhaps you don't think about it, but you know, try to think about how powerful we are, how powerful our thoughts are. You know, we can change the world, and the problem is that we allow people, usually people in power, to tell us that we can't, you know, that we're not as powerful as them, or, you know, it's always an us against them thing, you know. And I feel like, you know, people are more concerned these days with who is and isn't wearing a mask that is allegedly supposed to protect you or protect other people from getting sick. People care more about what you're doing, you know, whether you're wearing a mask or not, than whether something is like good for the planet or not. You know, they care more about that than our environment. And it's really sad, you know, that people care more about shaming people about something. You know, it's like there's always this divide that's created, this divide that is going to separate people. You're either on one side or you're on the other side, and it's designed that way. You know, so it's just sad that people would shame others over something so I don't know the right word to use for it, but and just technology, being on social media, and spreading shame instead of spreading education about our world and our planet and how we can protect its resources, you know, so that we can be better just as a species, because it's up to us. You know, we're the ones who have destroyed the planet. No other species has done that. It's been all us, and we need to hold ourselves accountable for that, and we need to start caring more, and we need to hold other people accountable for caring more, you know. The thing that people should be ashamed of is for littering. That's a shameful thing, you know. Abusing an animal, that's a shameful thing. Or a child, or, you know, the sex trafficking, child sex trafficking that's been going on in our world that we're just turning a blind eye to. Like, these are things that are shameful and that we should be upset about, not a stupid mask. So that's my 2 cents. Stop shaming people. Just stop shaming people and pay attention to what is really going on in this world. You know, pay attention to the reality. Find the truth. Seek it, because it's out there and it's within. Don't let these other entities control your thoughts and your mind. Stop allowing this to happen. Stop giving in to this. This is how they control you. Anyways, I'm feeling very passionately about this. So let's get into the reading, because that's what you're here for. I did a 3-card spread, and what that represents is past, present, and future of a situation, just of the thoughts surrounding the question. So you have past, present, future. So the first card, interestingly enough, that represents the past, is actually forever present. Forever present. And this is the deck where all of the cards are the images are all trees. And I'm amongst the trees, and we have trees, which is just all about, you know, nature is just everywhere. It's all around us. And it's beautiful. And it's everything, you know. Everything else is just artificial and synthetic, and nature is real, you know. Anyways, forever present. Let us know peace. For as long as the moon shall rise, for as long as the rivers shall flow, for as long as the sun shall shine, for as long as the grass shall grow. Let us know peace. So that's the Cheyenne prayer for peace. Peace is not the absence of war or a momentary relief from suffering. It is eternal. Once long ago, humanity knew peace, and to peace we shall all return. You can know peace now. It's right here. Embrace it. You know, peace is within us. We create violence and destruction. All of those things are within. I'm noticing that my third eye is very open right now. That happens sometimes. I'm open to receive. Anyways, sorry, there's this woman who is like yelling into her phone, and she keeps coming over to where I'm sitting, and I don't understand, because there's so many other places that she can go, and I'm trying to remain peaceful and calm and focused, but it's quite annoying. And I think that that's another thing too, is like, you're in nature, so enjoy it. Breathe it in, put your phone away. Like, I mean, it's not being in the present. We're talking about forever present. And you know, when you're in these beautiful spaces and you're just looking down on your phone, you're not present in the moment. You know, you're just, and you don't notice anything that's going on around you. And it's just being so tuned out, you know. That's maybe like the big problem, is that people are so tuned out with all, you know. I'm not saying that technology doesn't serve a purpose and doesn't have its benefits. However, it has really caused this huge disconnect in humanity, and you know, people are just not present, and it's just worse and worse and worse every year. Every new device that comes out, you know, just disconnects people further from reality, and it allows all these things to go on around us, with us being so distracted, or too distracted to even notice or care. Just food for thought. Anyways, so the divinatory meaning of the forever present card: deep reflection, remembrance, and gratitude. Both negative and positive experience provides valuable teachings. Don't miss the lesson. You are free to choose differently. Safe, soothing, restorative, solitude. You know, we can think about the past and the lessons, you know, if this is the past card, and the lessons that have been presented to us and what we have learned from them. We should always be, you know, learning from everything. You know, life doesn't happen to you, it is what you make it. And, you know, experiences happen to us, and we have to take something from them, and learn the lesson within it and what it means for our life and our path. And what this is saying is, remember, you know, you may have walked down, you know, one way in the past, but you're free to choose differently. You're free to choose a different path. There's not just one straight path, you know, that you have to search for. You're on the path already. It's just deciding which way you're gonna go. You know, if there's a fork in the road, do you go left or right? You know, that's up to you. And each way is going to have a different set of lessons on it, you know, and every one of those is meant for you. So just know that you can choose the direction that you go in, and you will not go off course, because that's your path that you're meant to walk on. So the affirmation that you can say with this card, let me hold it up again, forever present, is: I call on my pain, my anguish, my fears. I call on my joy, my gratitude, my hope. I am safe to express every part of me. I call on the unsung songs and the unspent tears. Come forward now. Be realized. Be free. Allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, the emotions that you're feeling. You know, allow those things to come to surface, to come to light, and explore them. Don't push them down like you might have done in the past. It's time for self-discovery, and it's time to look at things, even though that they're hard. Even though they're hard to see, hard to hear, hard to experience again. You know, you have to allow yourself to feel and to experience everything, if you're ever to learn and grow from it. So the present situation of the question, the issue, is nature. Oops, dropped the phone. It's literally nature itself. You know, that's the card that came up in the present situation, position, the middle position. I took a walk in the woods and came out taller than the trees. Henry David Thoreau. I totally know what he means. Totally know. I love being amongst the trees. It's so, sorry, there's lots of background noise. Just being in nature just allows you to appreciate and understand and respect and learn and grow. Everyone should take part in that. We are of this earth and we go back to this earth, you know. We are nature. And she is us, so it doesn't really serve any purpose to destroy her. Pebble, mountain, dewdrop, ocean, breeze, tempest. Shifting, changing, renewing, growing, remembering, healing, letting go. A stirring melody calls from deep in the earth. Feel the undulating harmonies, the rippling airs, the whisper of falling leaves, the pulse of a billion heartbeats. Nature is a living song. Hear it and sing along. That's exactly what I mean by experiencing nature. It will benefit you so much to just be with her and within her and listen. Get off your phone, turn off the TV, and just listen to the song of nature and the hum of the universe, and it's just all around you. Listen to the birds chirping, the crickets chirping, the frogs croaking, the wind howling, the water flowing. That's life, you know. A problem will resolve itself if left to run its natural course. Step away and take a break. Rest and recuperate in nature. Spend time away from technology. That's what I've been saying. That's what I personally have been saying for so long now, is that problems resolve themselves and time and things need to be left to run their natural course. You know, we're trying to manipulate everything. And sickness is gonna be around always, even with vaccines, maybe even more so. I don't know, but we're destroying so many things, and we need to remember that things will just run their course eventually. Doesn't matter if you I'm trying not to make this about what it's going to end up being about, but it doesn't matter what you do. If you wear a mask, get a temperature screening, get tested, this and that, it's still going to be around. It's still going to run its course until it is done. And who knows when that will be. But we need to stop manipulating and worrying so much about what everyone else is doing and worry about our planet. And yes, it's saying step away and take a break. Rest and recuperate in nature. Spend time away from technology. As I'm sitting here in nature and talking about all of this, here it is again, and it's so important to unplug yourself from the technology that you're surrounded by. It's not serving you any purpose. to mention Nako again, there's no medicine in the television. So turn it off and turn yourself around. Don't waste your hate, rather gather and create. And we sit behind screens and we get so angry at people that we don't even know on social media. Social media consumes everybody's life, and it's like, why are you wasting your hate and energy on these platforms when you can be using it for good, and you can be using it to create better ways, and you can be using it to spread love, and find people that understand the truth and the true meaning of life and value of the planet and the world. And you can spread your message, and then you can go back and use these platforms for what they should be used for, which is good, to spread good and love and positivity into a world that is so full of hate and destruction and violence. Take a break. Take a break and regroup, Sit in nature and appreciate her and understand how important it is to, think more consciously about how every little thing you are doing and every little product you are using and every package that something comes in isn't somehow going to affect the planet, and think about what you can do to make it better, to make it just a little bit better. Plant trees, plant gardens, grow your own food, eat less meat. We don't need to consume as much meat as we consume. I'm not telling you to go and be vegan, but eat less meat, even if you can eliminate it one day, have a meatless Monday, as they call it. That's great, and that's a step in the right direction, So the affirmation for this card: nature. My skin, breath, ears, and eyes absorb the world around me. The trees, the ocean, the sunshine, and the bird song are part of me. The moon, the rain, the earth. Every living creature shares space with me. We are inseparable. I breathe in nature, and nature breathes in me. And that's what I said earlier on. We're all connected, and we're all one. Nature is us, and we are nature. We have to understand that, and we have to get others to truly understand that if we're to create the change that we want to see in the world. But it all starts with you. It literally does. It all starts with you. So this headband is kind of annoying. Yeah, it all starts with the individual person. So remember that you are nature, and nature is you, and we breathe the same air, and we are the trees, we are the ocean, we are the sun, we are the birds, we're everything. We're all connected. The blanket. Just never forget. Respect. Create. Grow. Learn. Educate. So the card in the third position, which represents the outcome of the current situation. Let's say if we do all of the work, all the self-work, if we sit in nature, if we take the time to learn and discover, we will perhaps be awakened. Awakening is the third card. Awakening. It matters not who you love, where you love, why you love, when you love, or how you love. It matters only that you love. Love. No hate, only love. Rays of golden light break the darkness, and the full splendor of creation is revealed. Open your senses, heart and mind, to take in the world as it is. Let magical reality flood over you, prickling your skin, amplifying your awareness. Take this watchfulness within and realize your inner wonder. There it is again. Within is the most important thing, because it all starts with the self and self-love and self-care and what is within ourselves. That's where we have to begin this journey, and you can begin it at any time. There's no, it's great for people who have been on this journey their whole lives, but there's a lot of people that are just discovering it, and that's okay too. As soon as your eyes are opened, you start the process, and it's very important. And be open to receive it. Be open for all the blessings that come your way. A veil is lifted, a shock or surprising revelation. A decision is easy once a truth is made evident. Let go or retreat, and something will reveal itself to you. I think that the truth will reveal itself, because it always does, but you have to let go. You have to let go of the ties that bind, if you will. You have to let go of what you're being told without, doing any research or anything like that. You have to let go of the fear. Most of all, let go of the fear and the hate and the greed. Because when you are open to receive, you will be presented with what you need to know. Look within, let go of all that, retreat into nature. I'll retreat back into nature. I could quote Nako like all day. I mean, his music is just, it's medicine. And I send him all the strength and healing if he ever were to stumble upon these videos. I support him, and I support his growth and his healing. And I send him so much love and light. Yeah, I retreat back into nature. It's so important. Get back to the root of who you are. Meditate. Even if I've said it before, like, it's okay if all you have is 5 minutes to meditate for 5 minutes. You can do anything for 5 minutes. And the more you do it, it's disciplining your mind. Discipline your mind. Control your emotions. Snape. Anyways. Yeah. It's important to discipline your mind, though, but you have to start somewhere. And those 5 minutes every day, my hair is sticking to my face. Every day, you'll see the change. Just keep doing it. Do it for 40 days. We say in Kundalini Yoga, Ong Numo Gurudev Namong. I bow to the teacher within me. The answers are within you, and if that's the truth, then you have to look within yourself to find them. Everything you want to know, you already do know, because it's within you. So just seek the truth. And we also say Sat Nam, truth is my identity. Let truth be your identity always. It's easy to listen to people around you and just agree with what they say, or just take it at face value as a truth, whether it is or not. Because that might be somebody that you respect or look up to or whatever. But again, always do your research. There's a bigger truth to all of this. There always is. There's always an underlying truth, and the truth will always come out. So again, search within yourself, retreat into nature, have allow yourself to find some peace and quiet. Again, even if it's just for 5 minutes, to sit with yourself and tune in to nature and tune out from all that other junk that's around you. Tune out from the Wi-Fi and the iPhone and the laptop and the video games, all those things that are just distracting you. I'm not saying never use those things, by all means, but they have their place, but don't let those things consume you and consume your life, because when you do that, you are missing the point. You are missing out on your own life. You're stagnant in your own life, and we're supposed to be here not to take it for granted, but to take every little thing and learn something from it, and understand that it's part of our journey and it's part of our process. Everything that's presented before us is meant for us, and we have to look at it and say, okay, like, why is this being presented to me? What does it mean? What does it mean for me in my path? And hold on to those things, because it might take you years and years to find the answer to that, but always hold on to it and always look for the signs. The universe is all around you. It's within you. The signs are always there. You just have to be open. You have to open your eyes, open your ears, open your nose, open your mouth and breathe it all in and breathe it all out. Listen to your breath and breathe with the wind and the breeze. And when you're breathing and you can feel the breeze around you blowing, you can really feel that you are one with nature. You really it really puts things into perspective. Hug a tree, feel the energy and how it's connected with your own energy. And remember how energy doesn't go away, and it's not created and it's not destroyed. It just it exists and it just moves. In Kundalini yoga, I do Kundalini yoga every day, and I don't anyways, I don't know where I was going with that. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, just learn to appreciate and respect and honor our great Mother Earth, who provides everything for us that we need. I'm just always fascinated in its beauty. See the sun shining up above me through the trees. Sun, that's life. It's life right there. So as you think about this card and meditate and reflect on it, the affirmation that you can say, it's hard to, with it being so breezy, it's hard to hold this in a good position. I drop the veil, pull back the curtain, and open the doors to the light of day. I am ready for truth. I am ready to see, hear, and feel with certainty. I am ready for clarity. I am at peace with reality. Today, I awaken. And the day that you awaken is the day that you're ready. You're ready for this journey of truth. And I will tell you that there's no going back. And if you've already been awakened and you're here because you know that there's a greater truth, then that's great. Or if you're just waking up right now, that's great too. You're in the right place, and you're awake, and that's the important part. But it's true, once you're awake, you can't go back to sleep. You just can't. Just knowing the things that you know and the things that you've discovered, it's impossible. It's impossible for that part of you to go back to sleep. you know, and it's meant to happen. And I think the awakening process is a huge part of what leads to enlightenment, you know. So we achieve that once we've learned all the lessons that we're meant to learn and become the best version of ourselves, of our soul. You know, we don't always come to the same body, we don't look the same every time, but our soul is our soul, and that is the part of us that's learning and growing and that we need to nurture. And that's why it's so important for us to look within ourselves, where the answers lie. We were born into the body that we were born into to learn more lessons. There's a great book called The Handbook of the Navigator. I can't think of the author's name right now, but I will post it in my shout outs. But it's a really, really great book, The Handbook of the Navigator. I highly, highly recommend this book if you want to know more about your soul and your soul existing within the vessel of your body. It's really awesome and powerful. So anyways, that's our reading for today. I hope that you know, shed some light on things a little bit, gave you some clarity on just, you know, there's so many things we're talking about the pandemic and all this stuff all the time, and it's everywhere you turn, and there's so many, like, this is distracting us from everything else that's going on in the world. And I think we just need to get back to nature. Need to get back to who we are, and I think that we'll understand things so much more, you know. There's just so much going on in the world right now that's so much more than this. I mean, there was just a huge explosion in Lebanon, in Beirut, and terrible. It's terrible. And you know, there's things like that going all over the world. And going back to the Forever Present card and talking about how destruction and all of these things that we create, you know, and we have the power to change, you know, and you'll be told what they want you to believe based on how that happened and what happened and who was responsible for it. But just seek the truth on your own, because there's always a deeper meaning to everything. Just remember, just go back and remember that peace is here, peace is within us. It already exists, you know. Peace just is. You know, we're the ones who create the hate and the war and the violence. So there needs to be less of that in the world. And also just talking about the answer to our question, how can we just care better for our environment and our planet? The answer that I found was we have to learn to become one with Mother Nature. We have to connect by disconnecting. When you realize that you are her and she is you, you will care more and love her more. And that's kind of what I've been talking about through this whole thing, is that we have to realize, we have to get back to understanding that we are of the earth. We'll go back to the earth. We're all connected. Every single thing. We're all made up of energy. And again, energy is not created or destroyed. And if that's true, then it just moves. That's what I was going to talking about Kundalini yoga, is that it's a very meditative yoga practice, and it's all about moving your energy around. And you move your energy, and then you stop and you feel and you listen and you feel how your body is different. just based on how you moved your energy, and you can feel that energy. And I think that for me, it's like, it just shows me how true that is, and how, you know, you can manipulate your energy, but also once we die, the energy leaves our body and it has to go somewhere else, you know, into something else. And I think it just goes right back into nature. So, you know, that's why I say that we are one and we're all connected, you know, like maybe my energy at one point was a tree, you know, maybe it was a blade of grass, maybe it was a cloud in the sky, maybe it was a butterfly, you know, I mean, it's just everywhere and it's all around us. So just know that, and know, you know, when you're destroying the planet, you're really destroying yourself, and we don't want that, you know. We don't want to destroy ourselves, and we want to leave a place behind that we can be proud of, and resources that are available for the next set of people, the next generations, and, you know, long after we're gone. If we say we care so much all of a sudden about other people and other people's health, and, you know, that's great that we're caring about other people, and I hope that it's authentic, you know, and not selfish. But if you truly care and care about people and care about the health of people, then you have to care about the planet. That should be your first concern, is the planet. So, you know, pick up after yourself. Call somebody out. If you see somebody littering, call them out, you know. Call them out. Maybe they don't know any better, you know. Maybe they've never been taught that that's not right. So educate, you know. If you're going to call somebody out, educate them also, because otherwise it's just, you're doing a disservice, because you know, you're just creating shame, and you're not explaining to somebody why something is important. As I'm talking about this, I see a plastic water bottle rolling down the hill, you know, which is just, it's just so sad, and it makes me feel frustrated, and, you know, I want to just shake people, like, don't you understand, like, how destructive this is? But people either don't understand or they don't care. So it's up to you, it's up to us that know the truth, to educate other people, you know. And all you can do is talk to people in a way that they might understand. You can't force people to do anything. You can't force people to believe what you believe. You can only educate people. So I think we need to be doing that more. Less shame, more education, and we'll create more knowledge. So work on that this week, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks again for being here with me and being on this journey. Namaste.